Next question. With reference to ancient India, Gautam Buddha was generally known by which of the following epithets? And the correct answer is Shakyamuni and Tathagat. Now see, this is our ancient history booklet for IAS Prelims 2024. On page number 16, there is a full chapter on Buddhism and Jainism. On this page number 16, here it is mentioned that Buddhism is an Indian religion attributed to the teachings of Buddha, supposedly born as Siddhartha Gautama and also known as Tathagat and Shakyamuni. Here it is clearly mentioned. Therefore, Shakyamuni is correct, Tathagat is correct, Nyayaputta is wrong. Therefore, 2 and 3 is correct. B is the answer, and this question is solved. Question. Who of the following rulers of medieval India gave permission to Portuguese to build a fort at Bhatkal? Name of 4 kings are given, and the correct answer is Krishnadev Rai. Now specifically Bhatkal is not mentioned, but we have given the full information about just 4 kings, and you can easily figure out that it was a king, Krishnadev Rai, who gave special concessions and permissions to the Portuguese. Now see, this is our history booklet, medieval history booklet for IAS Prelims 2024 on page number 53. Here it is clearly mentioned that Krishnadev Rai, he was clever to understand the advantages that could be gained by maintaining a friendly ties with the increasing powerful Portuguese. So it was a mutually beneficial relationship in which the Vijayanagar was not prevented by the Portuguese from carrying out on its trades in all commodities, especially horses, while the Portuguese got the permission to trade within the Vijayanagar dominions. So he gave the special permissions. The Portuguese got the permission to trade within the Vijayanagar dominions. The Portuguese travelers, they certify this, that the development of Vijayanagar is as a thriving city and the kingdom under the Krishnadev Rai. Now see our ancient history booklet also. This is our ancient history booklet for IAS Prelims 2024 on page number 56. Here it is clearly mentioned that Krishnadev Rai strongly focused on the organization of his empire and improving its administration in order to maintain the friendly relations with the foreign powers, particularly the Portuguese. Here it is mentioned, he gave some concessions to the Portuguese governor Alfonso de Albright. So you can easily figure out that among these kings, it was the Krishnadev Rai who was very lenient towards the Portuguese. So therefore A is the answer, and this question is solved. Question. With reference to a revenue collection by Cornwallis, consider the following statements. 2 statements are given. Now take the first statement that under the Rayotwari settlement of revenue collection, the peasants were exempted from revenue payment in case of bad harvest or natural calamities. This statement is wrong. We have given the full information about these on our modern history booklet for IAS Prelims 2024 on page number 3. We have discussed all the settlements in detail: permanent, Rayotwari and Mahalwari. Here it is mentioned that under the Rayotwari system, every registered holder of the land is recognized as the proprietor of the land and is held responsible for the direct payment of land revenue to the state. He has a right to sublet his land holdings to transfer mortgage and sell it. He is not evicted from his holdings by the government so long as he pays the state demand of a land revenue. So there is no exemption. Here it is mentioned there is no exemption. So the peasants were exempted. It is wrong. Now take the second one, that the permanent settlement. If the zamindar failed to pay his revenue on or before the fixed date, he would be removed from his zamindari. This statement is correct. Now see, this is the permanent settlement. Here it is mentioned. It may seem that settlement was greatly in favor of zamindar, but they were now obliged to pay a fixed amount by the fixed dates every year, and any failure on their part meant the sale of zamindari. Here it is mentioned. So statement 2 is correct, 1 is wrong. Therefore answer is B, 2 only, and this question is solved. Next question. Consider the following statements. There are no parables in Upanishads. This statement is wrong. Upanishads were composed earlier than Puran. This statement is correct. Now see, this is our ancient history booklet for IAS Prelims 2024 on page number 14 and 13. We have given the full explanation of the Vedic literature. Here you can see on page number 13, Vedic literature First one, the Shruti literature, that is the 4 Vedas. Then came Brahmanas. Then came Arnyak. Then came Upanishad. And after Upanishad, Smriti literature, Vedang, Darshana, Itihas, and Puran. So Puran came after Upanishads. So the fact that Upanishads were composed earlier than Puran, this statement is correct. Now read this first statement, that there are no parables in Upanishads. The parables, it means the short stories, the short explanations. It means in Hindi we can say drishtant or katha. Here on this page number 14, you can read the full explanation of Upanishads. Here it is clearly mentioned. They were 108 Upanishads, 108, and most renowned are Upanishads are Atare, Kaustiki, etc. And they all are these parables or drishtants or kathas. Here it is mentioned, and they give theories on the creation of universe and doctrine of karma, katha, short stories. They are 108 in number. So here it is mentioned. So the fact, first one, that there are no parables in Upanishads, this statement is wrong. Second statement is correct. Therefore 2 only, B is the answer, and this question is solved. Next question, consider the following statements. First statement is that India is a member of International Grains Council. This statement is correct. Now see, this is our India Yearbook Synopsis 2024 on page number 111. Here it is mentioned that India is a member of International Grains Council, an intergovernmental forum for exporting and importing countries for cooperation in wheat and coarse grain matters. So this first statement is correct. Second statement is that a country needs to be a member of International Grains Council for exporting and importing of rice and wheat. This statement is wrong. In today's era of free economy and WTO, every country they can freely export and import without any obligations. And here we have given the full information, and wrong facts are not given in any book. So this statement is wrong. First statement is correct. So therefore A is the answer, and this question is solved. Next question, which one of the following was the latest inclusion in the Intangible Cultural Heritage List of UNESCO? And the correct answer is Garba dance. Now see, this is our January 2024 current affairs booklet, and on its page number 1, very first page, there was a news that Garba of Gujarat declared as Intangible Cultural Heritage. Here it is mentioned, Garba of Gujarat. So in January it was done. So it was the latest. Therefore C is the answer, and this question is solved. Next question, with reference to the Government of India Act 1935, consider the following statements. And the first statement is that this act, it provided for establishment of an All India Federation based on the union of the British India provinces and princely states. This statement is correct. Now see, this is our Indian polity booklet, volume 1 for IAS Prelims 2024 on page number 8 and on page number 7. On this page number 7, here we have completely mentioned, we have completely explained this Government of India Act 1935. Full explanation is given, and here on this page number 7 it is mentioned that this act, it contained that federal part of the act is that All India Federation, but actually it never happened. So All India Federation was there. Therefore statement 1 is correct. Second statement is that defense and foreign affairs, that is external affairs, they were kept under the control of federal legislature. This statement is wrong because it was under the control of Governor General. Now page number 8 on the next page, here you can read it, that introduction of hierarchy at the center. The federal subjects were divided into 2 categories, reserved and transferred. Reserved subjects were to be administered by the Governor General, and the reserved subjects include defense and external affairs. Here it is mentioned, external affairs, defense. So it was not under the control of federal legislature, it was under the control of Governor General. So therefore this statement is wrong. Therefore answer is 1 only. A is the answer, and this question is solved. Next question, consider the following properties included in the World Heritage List released by UNESCO And the question is, how many of the above properties were included in 2023? And the correct answer is 2. Shantiniketan and Sacred Ensembles of the Hosala. They were included in 2023. Rani Ki Vav, it was listed in 2014, and Bodh Gaya, it was done in 2002. So therefore these two are not there. Now see these facts. First see this Rani Ki Vav and Mahabodhini temple complex. See, this is our Indian culture book. This is our Indian culture book for IAS Prelims 2024. On page number 1 itself, on the first chapter itself, it contains the World Heritage Sites in India. And on the page number, here you can see we have given the full list. Mahabodhini temple complex Bodh Gaya, it was listed in 2002. On page number 6 it is mentioned, Indian culture book for IAS Prelims 2024. And in 2014, Rani Ki Vav, the Queen's Temple, it was listed in 2014. It is mentioned on page number 9. Indian culture book for 2024 prelims. Now see, so it is not there and it is not there. Shantiniketan and Sacred Ensembles of Hosala, they were included in 2023. Now check both these in our October current affairs book. This is our October 2023 current affairs book. On page number 69, Shantiniketan is mentioned. Here there was a news that Shantiniketan inscribed on UNESCO World Heritage List. So the full news is there. On page number 79, on page number 74. Here this is page number 74, October current affairs book for IAS 2023. Here it is mentioned there was a news on Hoysalas in UNESCO World Heritage List. The World Heritage Committee in its 45th session taking place in Riyadh inscribed the Sacred Ensembles of Hoysala. So Shantiniketan and Hoysalas, they were listed in 2003. So therefore only 2 properties they were listed in 2023. Therefore B is the answer, and then this question is solved. Next question. As per the Article 368 of the Constitution of India, the Parliament may amend any provision of the Constitution by way of addition, variation, repeal, and the correct answer is all 3, D. Now see this statement in our book. This is our Indian Polity book, volume 2, on page number 78. There is a chapter on the amendment to the Constitution, and on the first basic introduction it is here clearly mentioned that Article 368 in part 20 of the Constitution deals with the powers of the Parliament to amend the Constitution and its procedure. It states that Parliament may, in exercise of its constituent power, amend by way of addition, variation, or repeal any provision of the Constitution in accordance with the procedure laid down for the purpose. So it is clearly mentioned. All 3 are there: addition, variation, repeal. Addition, variation, repeal. Therefore D is the answer, and this question is solved. Question. Consider the following countries, and the question is that which of the above countries are frequently mentioned in the media for their low birth rate or aging population or declining population. So name of 5 countries are given. Now take these 2 factors, aging population or declining population. Now see, this is our Geography Part 2 book for IAS Prelims 2024. On page number 63, we have given this UN report on world population. On 62, we have given this UN report on world population, and on page number 63, it is mentioned that Nigeria's population, Nigeria's population, currently the 7th largest in the world, is growing most rapidly. The UN report says Nigeria's population is growing most rapidly. So Nigeria is wrong because its population is growing, not declining. So Nigeria is wrong. Now remove 3 from the given options. We are left with only 2, 1 to 4 and 2 4 only. Now check the name of other countries. In the same book, Geography Part 2, come to the page number 58. This is Geography Part 2 book for ICE Prelims 2024. On page number 58, we have explained this topic, population aging, and we have given the latest data. Here it is mentioned that during the 20th century, the proportion of the older persons, those aged 60 years of over, continued to rise, and this trend is expected to continue well into the 21st century. And these are the top 50 countries with the aging population. Here we have given the list, and the first one is the Japan, third one is the South Korea, and Italy is also there. So Japan, South Korea and Italy, their populations are aging population. So Japan, South Korea and Italy. So therefore 1 to 4 is the answer, A is the answer, and this question is solved.